American swimmer Michael Phelps once said, "If you want to be the best, you have to do things that other people aren't willing to do." And today, Aluxers, we'll be hitting holes in one, running at the speed of light and having knockout rounds with 10 of the most dominating athletes of all time. One athlete retired with a perfect record of 49-0. Another was an Aussie who managed to score 100 runs in 3 overs, and one who held the title of the greatest North American athlete of the 20th century by ESPN. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Number 10. Tiger Woods. Not many athletes can legitimately claim to winning a putting contest at the age of 2, but with 82 PGA Tour victories under his belt, Tiger Woods certainly can. He and Sam Snead hold the title for the most career wins on the PGA. Woods was a natural. When he was 15 years old, he was the youngest champion in history, but he lost the title to Jim Liu in 2010, who was 14 at the time. Woods ranked as the #1 golfer in the world in 1997 at the age of 21 and is the youngest player to have ever received that accolade. In 2012, he was the first PGA participant to earn $100 million. He played his last major game in October 2019, which is where he won his 82nd PGA Tour title, tying with Sam Snead. He recently played a charity event, The Match Champions for Charity, where he and Peyton Manning defeated Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady. Over $20 million was raised for corona relief efforts, and the event was viewed by 5.8 million people, making it the most watched golf broadcast in the history of cable TV. I guess it helps we're all stuck at home, doesn't it? Number 9. Michael Phelps. He's the most decorated Olympian of all time, and his accolades and accomplishments are endless. Known as the Flying Fish and the Baltimore Bullet, Phelps says he's most comfortable when he's in the water. When he was 10 years old, he held the national record for the 100-meter butterfly in his age group and went on to achieve other national records in each group. In total, Phelps has 28 Olympic medals, 23 golds, 3 silvers, and 2 bronze. During the Beijing Olympic Games in 2008, Phelps won 8 gold medals, breaking another record previously held by Mark Spitz for the highest number of gold medals won in a single Olympic Games. Spitz had held the record since 1972, where he won 7 gold medals. Number 8. Floyd Mayweather Jr. He may be retired, but he's still making headlines for all the right reasons. The former boxer has paid for the funeral services of George Floyd, the black Minneapolis man killed by former white police officer Derek Chauvin. He won 15 major titles during his career between 1996 and 2015, and then made a major one-time comeback in 2017, where he went up against and beat Conor McGregor. McGregor managed to land 111 punches of 430 thrown, compared to Mayweather landing 170 of his 320 punches thrown. Out of 50 fights, Mayweather had 0 losses. He holds major world titles, minor world titles, the Ring Magazine titles, and many honorary titles. He's been named Fighter of the Decade by the Boxing Writers Association of America for the 2010s, and people often call him the best defensive boxer of all time. Number 7. Jonah Lomu. He was the youngest all-black to play an international game in France in 1994 at the age of 19 years old and 45 days. Jonah Lomu played on the wing, and by the time he had finished his international career, he had 63 caps and 73 tires. Introduced into the International Rugby Hall of Fame in 2007, Lomu is considered a global superstar of rugby. In 2011, he was added to the IRB Hall of Fame. He played in the 1995 World Cup in South Africa, and although New Zealand lost the final to South Africa, Lomu was widely acknowledged as the top player and thereafter was always considered a big draw card for every game he played in. This gentle giant was a member of the Champions for Peace Club, a club of 54 well-known athletes who aim to serve peace in the world through sport. He was a philanthropist and inspired people globally. Sadly, he died at the age of 40 from nephrotic syndrome, a kidney disease, leaving behind his wife and 2 daughters. Number 6. Serena Williams. Phenomenal on and off the court, the 38-year-old tennis pro has won 73 career single titles, as well as 23 doubles titles and 2 mixed doubles titles. This includes 39 Grand Slam titles, comprising of 23 singles titles, 14 doubles, and 2 mixed doubles titles. Williams is a 4-time Olympic gold medalist and over her career has won more than $92 million in prize money. At 20, she was ranked as the Women's Tennis Association's world number 1, and at 31 years old, ranked the oldest female tennis player to be number 1, making it the 6th time she ranked number 1 in her career. Her last play was in January 2020, where she won the ASB Classic in New Zealand, making it her first title since becoming a mother in 2017. She donated all of her prize money from that tournament to the Australian Bushfire Relief Fund. Williams will be taking part in the US Open behind closed doors on August 31st, 2020. Serena is also a successful businesswoman, and if you'd like to hear more about her and other top athletes, be sure to watch our video, 15 Lessons Entrepreneurs Can Learn from Top Athletes. Number 5. Wayne Gretzky. His skills began in his own backyard at the age of 2, and since then, Wayne Gretzky went on to become one of the greatest ice hockey players of all time. He's earned the nickname The Great One, and the only NHL player to ever score 200 points in one season. He played the National Hockey League for 20 seasons and holds 61 NHL records. He's been dubbed the greatest athlete of the 20th century and was the greatest scorer in ice hockey with a total of 894, beating Gordie Howe's 801. That record has yet to be broken. Number 4. Usain Bolt. It's hard to keep up with a reputation like the fastest man alive, but Usain Bolt seems to always stay a few steps ahead of the competition. This Jamaican-born athlete quickly made a name for himself at the international circuit. In 2008, he got the world's attention by taking home 3 golds at the Beijing Olympics. He also has 3 Olympic gold medals from the 2012 Summer Games in London. There, he broke a new 100-meter Olympic record, setting the new time at just 9.63 seconds. He cleaned up once again at the 2016 Olympics in Rio and set a triple-triple record for collecting 3 gold medals over 3 consecutive Olympics. The 2012 record wasn't even the fastest 100 that Bolt had run. He set a new world record in 2009 at the Berlin 2009 World Championships of just 9.58 seconds. That is a top speed of epic proportions. Between 60 and 80 meters on the track, he reached a speed of 44.7 kilometers per hour. That's wild. Number 3. Rocky Marciano. For 4 years in the 1950s, Rocky Marciano held the heavyweight boxing title. He retired undefeated and has one of the highest knockout-to-win percentages in heavyweight boxing history, standing at 87.76%. Perhaps his power lies in his durable chin, or maybe it's his never-say-die fighting style, his power punches, or his stamina. His professional career began in 1948 with a win over Harry Bilazarian. He won his first 16 bouts by knockout, all before the 5th round, and 9 of them before the first round was over. The first boxer to make it through every round with Rocky was Don Mogard, but Marciano still won by unanimous decision. Not only was his career a total knockout, he is recognized in history as the toughest boxer with the most grit. According to one sports writer, if all the heavyweight champions of all time were locked together in a room, Marciano would be the one to walk out. Number 2. Sir Donald Bradman. With a cricket batting average of 99.94, there's no doubting Sir Donald George Bradman was the greatest batsman of all time. This was also listed as the greatest achievement by any sportsman in any major sport. He also managed to score 100 runs in just 3 overs in 1931. Legend has it he honed his skill for precision by practicing alone with a cricket stump and a golf ball. But folklore aside, let's go through some of the facts of this cricket master. During the height of the Great Depression, Sir Donald Bradman was Australia's sporting idol. When the financial world was on a losing streak, Bradman couldn't help but win. He began his professional career at 20 years old and spent 20 years playing Australian cricket. According to former Australia captain Bill Woodfull, Bradman was worth 3 batsmen to Australia. He drew record crowds to cricket stadiums where adoring fans would watch in disbelief as he shattered record after record. After World War II put a hold on sports, he led an Australian team of cricketers on a tour of England, and they became known as the Invincibles for their record-breaking performances. After retirement, he played a role in cricket administration and in 1997 was named by Prime Minister John Howard as the greatest living Australian. His face appears on coins, stamps, and has earned him top honors at museums in the ICC Cricket Hall of Fame. To date, he remains the Australian sportsman with the most books written about him. Number 1. Michael Jordan. It's thought that without Michael Jordan, basketball wouldn't be as popular as it is today. He's credited as being one of the key components that popularized the NBA around the world in the 1980s and 1990s when he played. Also known as MJ, this American-born basketball player played 15 seasons in the NBA. He was part of the Chicago Bulls, netting 6 championships during his career. He was awarded MVP for 6 NBA Finals, 3 All-Star Game MVP awards, 3 steals titles, and the 1988 NBA Defensive Player of the Year award. His records include the highest career regular season scoring average and the highest career playoff scoring average. In 1999, he took the title of the greatest North American athlete of the 20th century by ESPN. He was second to Babe Ruth on the Associated Press's list of athletes of the century. His endorsements were also some of the most effective in sports history. Since their launch in 1984, Nike's Air Jordan sneakers remains one of the most popular shoes today because of their successful launch and endorsement by MJ. He also has the controlling interest of the Charlotte Hornets and was the first billionaire in history to have played in the NBA with a net worth of $2.1 billion. Sounds like a slam dunk to us, Mr. Jordan. And Aluxers, here we are at the end. In your opinion, who do you think is the most dominating athlete of all time? Let us know in the comments. And as always, we value staying with us until the end, and because you did, we have a bonus fact just for you. We've only mentioned individuals, but there are so many dominating sports teams too. So we've highlighted one incredible team for you, the New Zealand All Blacks. The 2015 team in particular were revered, and they shot to #1 in the World Rugby rankings. They were the first team to win the Rugby World Cup twice in a row, and credit has been given to Beauden Barrett, who was the first choice to win the World Player of the Year in both 2016 and 2017. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.